We live in a world shaped by what we believe. Wealth, like love, begins not in the external world, but in the inner sanctuary of our mind. Too often, we chase love out of desperation, hoping it will fill the voids within. But how can you truly give yourself to another when you haven't yet filled your own cup? Before you seek love, seek wealth, not just material riches, but the wealth of self-reliance, confidence, and inner abundance. When you are rich in spirit, the external manifestation of that wealth follows. You don't chase money, you don't run after love. Both come to you effortlessly when you first embrace the idea that you are already abundant. Imagine yourself already living in the fullness of wealth. Close your eyes and feel it. In this state, love is no longer something you need to survive. It becomes an extension of your completeness. This is the secret. Your imagination creates your reality. When you see yourself as wealthy, your reality must shift to reflect it. You are the author, and the script you write within will become the life you live without. Why wealth first? Because financial independence amplifies your capacity to love. Without the worries of survival, without the fear of lack, your heart is free to give. Love, in its purest form, thrives in freedom. When there is no dependency, no desperation, love becomes a gift given without fear and received without suspicion. Relationships crumble under the weight of financial stress. This burden suffocates the joy, the playfulness, and the ease that love should bring. But when you have built your foundation, when your wealth has given you freedom, love no longer feels like an obligation. It becomes a natural flow, a joyful experience. Get rich first. Build the life you dream of. Create a world where your wealth serves the soil in which love can bloom. And when love comes, and it will not be to fill a void, but to magnify the life you've already built. Your wealth will give you the freedom to love without limits, and in that freedom, you'll find the deepest joy of all. Wealth is a state of consciousness. To experience it in your life, you must first embody it in your thoughts and beliefs. Many people mistakenly believe that wealth is something external to them, something they must chase after or work endlessly to attain. However, true wealth begins in the mind. It's about the way you see yourself, the value you assign to your own life, and your belief in the possibilities that are available to you. The journey toward wealth starts with the realization that you are already abundant at your core. It's a shift in perception where you no longer think of yourself as lacking or deprived, but as someone deserving and capable of experiencing financial success. The key lies in reprogramming the thoughts and ideas you hold about wealth, replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Instead of thinking, I can't afford this, or I don't have enough, you begin to affirm, I am capable of generating wealth, and I attract opportunities that bring prosperity. This shift is more than just positive thinking. It is a deep alignment with the truth that wealth is available to you, and it is up to you to claim it. Your thoughts create patterns in your life, and the beliefs you carry shape the circumstances you experience. When you see yourself as someone who is wealthy, your actions begin to align with that vision. You start making decisions from a place of confidence and clarity, and you stop engaging in behaviors that stem from fear or scarcity. Opportunities that you might have overlooked before suddenly become visible, because you have trained your mind to seek out and recognize abundance. You attract the right connections, resources, and ideas because your entire focus is now attuned to the frequency of wealth. This isn't about working harder or chasing after every opportunity that comes your way. It's about understanding that your mindset is the most powerful tool in creating financial freedom. Hard work without the right mindset often leads to burnout and frustration, while a wealth-conscious mindset opens doors and creates paths of least resistance. This is not to say that action isn't necessary. Of course it is. But when your actions are fueled by the belief that wealth is a natural part of your existence, they become more effective and fulfilling. A wealth-conscious individual doesn't fear loss or failure because they know that true wealth is not defined by any one financial setback or gain. Instead, they see each experience as a part of their greater journey, understanding that wealth flows in cycles and that their inner state will always regenerate it. They are not limited by the idea of competition or scarcity, but instead, they operate from a sense of boundless potential. They see opportunities where others see challenges, and they are willing to take risks because they trust in their ability to continually create wealth. Cultivating a consciousness of wealth is about realizing that the source of all prosperity lies within you. When you change the way you think about money and wealth, you change the way it manifests in your life. This is not about wishful thinking, it's about anchoring yourself in a reality where abundance is your natural state. Self-sufficiency is the cornerstone of a fulfilled and abundant life, and it is this quality that lays the foundation for true, lasting love. When you cultivate self-reliance, you are no longer dependent on external circumstances or relationships to define your worth or happiness. You become the source of your own strength, and from this place of inner security, you attract relationships that are rooted in mutual respect and admiration, not in need or desperation. Many people enter relationships from a place of lack, hoping that another person will complete them or fill the voids they feel within themselves. This kind of approach leads to dependency, where one partner becomes emotionally, financially, or psychologically reliant on the other. In such dynamics, love often turns into a transaction where one gives in order to receive validation or security. This is not love in its highest form. It is a form of attachment that can eventually lead to resentment, imbalance, and unfulfilled desires. True love, by contrast, can only flourish when both individuals are whole and self-sufficient. Being rich in self-worth and self-reliance means you are already complete within yourself. You do not need another person to provide you with a sense of identity, purpose, or value. Instead, you approach relationships from a place of abundance, where you have more than enough love, confidence, and joy to share with another person. In this state, love becomes an extension of your wholeness, not a remedy for your insecurities. When you are fulfilled on your own, you are free to love without fear of losing yourself or becoming dependent on your partner for happiness. Self-sufficiency doesn't mean you reject love or relationships. On the contrary, it means you are prepared to give and receive love in its purest form. It means you do not enter a relationship because you need someone to fix you, validate you, or rescue you. Instead, you enter into a relationship because you want to share the abundance of your life with someone who appreciates and respects you as an equal. From this place of strength, you are capable of building a partnership based on trust, respect, and unconditional support. When you are financially self-sufficient, you also free yourself from the power dynamics that often arise in relationships. Money, or the lack thereof, can create imbalances in power and control, where one partner feels indebted or subordinate to the other. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy, tension, and dependency, all of which can undermine the foundation of a healthy relationship. However, when both partners are financially independent, the relationship is no longer bound by the constraints of material need or obligation. Instead, it becomes a space where both individuals are free to express their love and support for one another without fear of manipulation, control, or dependency. Emotional self-sufficiency means you are capable of regulating your own emotions and managing your own needs without relying on others to provide constant reassurance or validation. When you possess emotional self-reliance, you do not expect your partner to fulfill all your emotional needs, nor do you feel compelled to take on the burden of fixing theirs. Instead, you both recognize that love is about supporting each other's growth, not becoming each other's emotional caretaker. Self-sufficiency is about realizing that you are enough, just as you are. It is about knowing that you have the inner resources to create happiness, fulfillment, and abundance in your life. When you come to love from this place of self-reliance, you attract partners who are also whole and complete, creating a relationship that is based on love, not need. This kind of love is not fragile, it is strong, enduring and built on a foundation of mutual respect, trust, and independence. The desire for wealth and the desire for love are often seen as conflicting forces, as if pursuing one means sacrificing the other. However, these two fundamental desires are not opposed, rather, they can harmoniously coexist, each enhancing the other. Understanding this balance is crucial in realizing that seeking financial success and striving for meaningful relationships are not mutually exclusive goals. In fact, by prioritizing wealth first, you create a stable foundation that not only makes love more fulfilling, but also more enduring. People often think that wealth and love are in competition with each other because they misunderstand the nature of both. They see the pursuit of wealth as a materialistic endeavor that distracts from the emotional and spiritual aspects of life, including love. They believe that focusing on financial success might make them cold or detached, potentially pushing away the warmth and vulnerability that love requires. However, this belief stems from a limited view of wealth, one that sees it merely as the accumulation of money or status. Wealth, in its truest sense, is much broader, is about creating freedom, opportunities, and the ability to live life on your own terms. When approached with the right mindset, financial success enhances your ability to love deeply, without the distractions of neediness or survival-based concerns. When you seek wealth first, you are not abandoning the idea of love, you are simply acknowledging that a solid financial foundation allows for healthier, more balanced relationships. Many relationships falter under the strain of financial stress. When individuals are constantly worrying about money, it becomes difficult to focus on the more profound aspects of a relationship: communication, intimacy, and shared experiences. Financial insecurity often breeds anxiety, resentment, and even power imbalances, as one partner may become overly dependent on the other, leading to tension and conflict. By building wealth, you free yourself from these constraints, allowing your relationships to flourish in an environment of security and freedom. When financial concerns are no longer a daily burden, you and your partner are free to explore deeper emotional and spiritual connections. You can focus on creating shared experiences, enjoying each other's company, and growing together without the constant distraction of financial worries. Wealth, in this sense, becomes a tool that supports and nurtures love, rather than a barrier to it. Wealth and love both require similar internal qualities to manifest in your life: discipline, patience, vision, and belief in your own worth. To become wealthy, you must develop a strong sense of self-worth and the belief that you deserve success. This same mindset applies to love. You must believe that you are worthy of love and that meaningful relationships are within your reach. In both cases, the journey requires a willingness to invest in yourself and trust in the process of growth, whether that growth is financial or emotional. Wealth creation and the pursuit of love both involve a sense of giving. When you are financially successful, you are in a position to give more freely, not just in material ways, but in terms of time, energy, and presence. Financial freedom allows you to be more generous, not just with your partner, but also with yourself. You can invest in experiences that strengthen your bond, whether it's traveling together, supporting each other's dreams, or simply having the time to enjoy each other without the distraction of financial pressures. When you are in a loving, secure relationship, it becomes easier to take the risks necessary for financial success. A supportive partner can encourage you to pursue your goals, provide emotional stability, and serve as a reminder of what you are working for. In this way, love can enhance your pursuit of wealth, just as wealth can create the conditions for love to thrive. Rather than viewing wealth and love as competing desires, it is important to see them as complementary aspects of a fulfilling life. By achieving financial success first, you create a space where love can be nurtured without the distractions of need or insecurity. Wealth amplifies your ability to love fully and freely, and love enhances the richness of your life, making your wealth more meaningful and purposeful. Together, they create a life of abundance, both materially and emotionally. Imagination is the most powerful tool in shaping your reality. It is not simply daydreaming or wishful thinking, but the active process of creating the life you desire by first envisioning it in your mind. The images, thoughts, and beliefs you hold in your imagination have a direct influence on the world around you. Every achievement, every moment of success, and every failure begins with a mental picture, whether consciously or unconsciously held. When you fully grasp the power of imagination, you unlock the ability to consciously design your life according to your deepest desires, including wealth, love, and personal fulfillment. The mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. When you consistently imagine yourself living a life of abundance, your subconscious mind begins to accept this as your truth. Your thoughts and actions will then align with this new belief system, guiding you toward the circumstances, opportunities, and behaviors that bring your imagined reality into being. This is the law of assumption in action. What you assume to be true in your inner world must eventually manifest in your external experience. Consider the process of building wealth. If you constantly dwell on thoughts of lack or scarcity, imagining yourself struggling or unable to meet your needs, your actions will reflect that mindset. You will hesitate to take risks, miss opportunities, or remain in situations that limit your financial growth. On the other hand, if you imagine yourself as already wealthy, already in possession of the financial freedom you seek, your behavior shifts. You begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You take bold actions with confidence, and you attract the people and resources that align with your vision of success. Many people hold limiting beliefs about love, imagining themselves as unworthy or destined for disappointment. These beliefs often manifest in their relationships, causing them to repeat patterns of failure, rejection, or dissatisfaction. However, by consciously using your imagination to visualize yourself as deserving of love, as already in a fulfilling relationship, you shift your energy. You begin to approach relationships with confidence and self-assurance, attracting partners who reflect the love and respect you now imagine for yourself. Imagination also has the power to break down barriers that seem insurmountable. People often feel trapped by their current circumstances, believing that their past, their environment, or their resources define their future. However, the truth is that your imagination can transcend any external limitation. No matter where you are now, you can begin to imagine yourself in a new reality, a reality where you are financially successful, emotionally fulfilled, and living the life you truly desire. The more vividly you can picture this life, the more your mind begins to find ways to bring it into existence. This process works on both a conscious and subconscious level. Consciously, you may begin setting new goals, taking different actions, or making better decisions. Subconsciously, your mind will start to align with the images and beliefs you've impressed upon it, subtly guiding you toward the outcomes you desire. You might notice synchronicities, unexpected opportunities, sudden insights, or the right people appearing in your life at the right time. These are not coincidences, but the natural result of your mind, imagination working in harmony with your desires. Life will inevitably present challenges, setbacks, and failures. However, when you consistently hold a vision of your desired outcome in your mind, these obstacles become temporary, mere stepping stones toward your ultimate goal. Rather than giving up when things don't go as planned, your imagination allows you to see beyond the present moment, to maintain faith in the reality you are creating. This persistent belief in your vision sustains you through difficulties, helping you to navigate challenges with grace and determination. Imagination is not passive, it is an active, creative force. Every day you are either consciously or unconsciously using your imagination to shape your life. The key is to become aware of this power and to use it intentionally. When you begin to see yourself as the author of your life, capable of designing your experiences through the images and beliefs you hold in your mind, you take control of your destiny. You can create wealth, love, success, or any other desire by first imagining it, feeling it, and believing in it deeply enough that it must become your reality. Love, in its most authentic and expansive form, thrives in an atmosphere of freedom. When financial independence is achieved, it removes one of the greatest stresses in life, allowing love to flourish without the burden of economic concerns. Money, or the lack thereof, can often become a source of tension in relationships, turning what should be a partnership based on affection and mutual respect into one colored by anxiety and dependency. By becoming financially independent, you create a space where love can be freely given and received, without the distortions that financial struggles can impose. Financial independence offers the gift of choice. In relationships where one or both partners are financially dependent, there can be a sense of being trapped or restricted by circumstance. Choices may be made out of necessity rather than desire, and this can erode the emotional connection between partners. Financial independence, on the other hand, allows both individuals to choose each other out of love, not out of obligation. It enables a relationship to be built on mutual respect and affection, rather than being entangled in issues of financial control, insecurity, or imbalance. Each partner is able to contribute equally to the relationship, not just materially, but emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually. When both partners are financially secure, they approach the relationship from a position of strength. They are not looking to the other person to fulfill unmet needs, whether they are emotional, psychological, or financial. Instead, they come together as whole, complete individuals, ready to share the abundance they have created in their own lives. This shared sense of independence fosters a deeper, more genuine connection, because there is no underlying tension or dependency pulling the relationship in different directions. Love in this context is not weighed down by the pressures of survival. It is liberated and can flow freely between two people who are secure in themselves. Financial independence also creates opportunities for shared experiences that enrich the relationship. Without the constant worry about making ends meet, couples can focus on enjoying life together, whether that means traveling, pursuing mutual hobbies, or simply having the time to engage in meaningful conversations. Financial freedom allows for spontaneity and joy, removing the limitations that financial stress can impose. There's no longer the need to compromise on life's pleasures or forego opportunities because of economic limitations. Instead, both partners are able to support each other's dreams, encouraging personal and collective growth without the fear that resources are too scarce to make it possible. When financial independence is achieved, it removes the transactional aspect that can sometimes creep into relationships. In situations where one partner is financially dependent, there can be a subtle or not so subtle exchange where emotional support or affection is given in return for financial security. This dynamic can lead to resentment, power struggles, or an uneven distribution of emotional labor within the relationship. However, when both individuals are financially stable, there is no need for such transactions. Love can be given freely, without expectations or conditions attached. It becomes a gift, rather than a means of survival or a way to balance the scales of contribution. Financial independence also creates a platform for emotional honesty. When money is no longer a source of stress or contention, couples can communicate more openly about their needs, desires, and boundaries. There is no fear of financial insecurity clouding difficult conversations, which means that both partners can approach challenges with clarity and calmness. This kind of emotional transparency is crucial for the health and longevity of any relationship. Without the specter of financial worries looming over every discussion, couples can focus on building trust, understanding, and emotional intimacy. Financial independence empowers individuals to express their love more fully. When you are financially free, you have the capacity to be more generous, not just with material gifts, but with time, attention, and emotional support. You are able to give to your partner from a place of abundance rather than fear or scarcity. This generosity enhances the bond between partners, allowing them to explore and experience love in its fullest form. There is no longer a fear of running out, whether it's money, energy, or affection, because financial independence provides a solid foundation from which love can expand and thrive. Prioritizing personal growth, especially in the realm of wealth creation, brings clarity and focus to your life. When you dedicate yourself to building financial stability and success first, it sharpens your vision and helps you develop the discipline necessary to achieve your goals. This process of prioritization is not about dismissing love, but rather about ensuring that you have built a strong foundation from which all other areas of your life, including relationships, can flourish. When your focus is clear and your goals are aligned, distractions fall away, allowing you to channel your energy effectively toward what truly matters. The journey toward wealth requires intense focus, discipline, and persistence. These qualities, cultivated over time, shape your character and influence how you approach all other aspects of life, including love. By putting your financial future at the forefront, you develop a keen sense of self-awareness, understanding your capabilities and limitations. This self-awareness enables you to better assess what you need and want from a partner, ensuring that you are not entering relationships out of a sense of neediness or lack. Instead, you engage from a place of strength, confidence, and clarity, knowing that your financial stability allows you to be fully present in your relationships without the distractions of financial insecurity. Achieving financial independence also fosters a sense of empowerment that carries over into your relationships. When you are focused on building wealth, you gain confidence in your ability to shape your life and circumstances. This empowerment makes you less susceptible to unhealthy relationship dynamics, such as codependency or emotional manipulation,